Today I'm taking a look at the SK quarter-inch drive gimbal ratchet. And there it is. Nice, tiny little guy. Has a very smooth feeling ratcheting mechanism on there. It's a little noisy, but for as noisy as it is, that is a very smooth ratchet. We can't see on the back, we can adjust that from forward to reverse, so we can drive either direction. And we can also see that we can actually move this guy around. So this is actually a fairly stiff movement on it, which I like because most of the time when these things are very loose, it just kind of feels like they're going all over the place. It's kind of hard to control. So this nice stiff mechanism, but it is still movable. That is very handy. And you can see that can go any direction. One of the main things I hear about whenever I see people talking about these things is your ability to fit this into a tight area, which granted, yes, you can. If you're going to be trying to fit a wrench with a long handle on it, you are definitely going to be able to fit this into something much smaller. Most of the time, if I have a small quarter-inch ratchet, especially something with a flex head, I'm going to be able to fit that into pretty much the same area I'll be able to fit that into. Basically, if I can fit my hand in there, I'm going to be able to fit this or this. It's going to be slightly smaller, so that can help, but it's not going to be a big deal for me. What is a big deal for me is speed. By that, what I mean is if I take a large ratchet like this, everybody wants to have the big half-inch ratchet, but most of the time this is really going to slow you down just because you're going to have all that extra mass on the outside creating a lot of momentum and slowing you down. This one isn't even a quarter-inch drive. This is a 3/8 drive, but because it's so short, this is the style that I prefer to go to. I usually cup the handle in my hand like this, and this is exactly how I hold it. The main reason for that is because I got less mass on the outside, meaning I can run this thing very fast. With this, because I even got less mass than that, I could run this thing super rapid. So speed is the name of the game. If I don't want to be wasting a lot of time swinging ratchet around, this is going to be what I go for. Of course, you also got power tools, things like that are going to make it even faster than that. But if you want to do it by hand, especially if you're worried about things like torque, because this doesn't have a handle on it, you're not going to have to worry about really over tightening anything, especially if going into something that's aluminum or plastic. This can give you a much better feel for how tight something is. The fact that I'm not going to have that handle in there giving me that extra torque means that I'm going to be very unlikely to actually strip that aluminum head. So very interesting tool. Back then. Right. Yeah. So yeah, SK makes some pretty sweet tools.